Hey guys, my name is Dlamini and you're welcome. Welcome guys to another Vlogtober episode, and today we're coming with a sit down talking about change management. So there are some tips that I'd like to give you guys on how to navigate the change management space and things that have worked for me and things that I still need to work on. So let's get into it. So the first piece of advice is advice that I got from my senior manager when I was doing my internship, and he used to say, read everything that everybody doesn't read. And the thing with that is, as a change person, you are going into different environments oftentimes, and you're working with different projects. So it's always good to have a lot of knowledge and information about a lot of different things that can help you contribute to conversations and also come up with solutions, and also maybe trigger and influence the decision-making process. So that is quite important for you to be knowledgeable. It's something that I also still need to get into, as reading is not my favorite pastime. But getting information, whether it's an article here, a news piece over there, a journal article somewhere, or a post from somebody that can help contribute and spark something in a change management related conversation, that is something that can also set you apart in the different environments that you work in. So that is tip number one. Tip number two for me is building relationships. So being in change management, you are engaging with a lot of different people, a lot of stakeholders at different levels, and you need certain types of relationships with people that can help you get your agenda across and be able to be efficient and successful at your work. Sometimes you need the influence and power of a sponsor or somebody senior in the organization. Sometimes it's somebody's secretary that you can build a good relationship with, so that you know that when you have engagements that you need to have, they'll prioritize you. So it's also a way of working your environment and building the relationships that you need that would help you facilitate your job well. So that is something that has been quite prominent in my experience and has worked well for me. So being involved, being engaged, building those relationships. I say build the relationships with the people that you are supporting, and also within the other structures of the organization, so that you can leverage off the influence and authority and power that those stakeholders have in their different spaces. Tip number three is that you need to be good in communications. Communications both in written and verbal, but also maybe graphical, in terms of putting presentations together. A lot of the times we're putting presentations together, we are working on change plans, change strategies, what is it called, information sessions. So people are drawn to great presentations that are concise. They say what they need to say, and it's not just a long presentation that's just wordy. So you need to be good at communicating, and part of that is understanding your audience. If you are building a deck for an executive, that's going to look very different from a deck that you're building for either business users for training purposes. So there's a different type of information that you're relaying to the different stakeholders. So it's very important to understand your audience and be good at communicating with the different audiences. So some people are good at written comms, some people are good at graphics. I know that I'm good at graphics and pictures and putting those posters and presentations together, but there are tools now that can help you draft a really good written comms. But obviously, if you're working in corporate, just be sure that you're not misusing ChatGPT and you run that pass through maybe the comms or marketing team, so that you get yourself in trouble. Tip number four is that you need to be versatile and quite flexible. A lot of environments require very different responses or expectations from the change managers. So going into the different organizations, you need to understand that an approach that worked in company A might not apply in company B. So you need to be flexible in your approach, be flexible in the tools that you use, in the way that you engage and communicate, because the environment also determines that as well. So in our approaches, we know if you did study organizational psychology and went into studying change management, one of the most common lessons is that you can't apply a blanket approach or a standardized approach for every organization. So every project or organization that you go in with a fresh perspective, and understand that you're going to have to start from scratch doing the data gathering, scoping the environment, understanding the culture, understanding how they work, and then build your change plans around that. The methodology might remain the same, but your approach might be different for the different organizations. So be flexible, be open to doing things differently, and you can be successful with that. Tip number 5, and our last tip for this video, is talk to other change managers. I've definitely in this year benefited from engaging with my colleagues who have different skill sets and are able to spark and inspire certain ideas within me, and that has helped me a lot. And also engaging other change specialists in other organizations maybe can help you understand how other people work, and you can sort of benchmark that and see if you can apply it in your own space. So it's always beneficial to not remain in your own little bubble and circle, but expand your network and use that to your advantage to be able to contribute bright and new ideas. I think that's also another expectation that organizations have of us, or our bosses have of us, is that come up with something new, come up with something fresh. It doesn't always have to be a repetitive, normal way of working all the time. So that will definitely help spark some creativity and new ideas. So do create the networks within the change management space, and you'll definitely benefit from the conversations you have with different people. So guys, those are my 5 tips for how to navigate change management. It's really exciting to talk about change management and to see people engaging with my content as well. So please do look out for more sit-down episodes around change management, and ask some questions that maybe I can help respond to, and we can grow this change management community and get more people into the change management space. So I'll see you guys in our next Vlogtober, and do stay tuned for the next video. Bye.